Hello and welcome to episode number 20, How to Set Your Priorities and Save Your Knees. When you don't have a roadmap of where you're going, it's really hard to get to where you ultimately want to go. Stay tuned and I'll give you some quick tips on how you can set your priorities and stick to them. I'm Robin Robertson, founder of Healthy Knees Coach and international best-selling author. I figure I was born with a crappy pair of knees so that I could help you avoid the mistakes that I made and benefit from the many successes I achieved in my long and sordid knee history. Fast forward past multiple knee surgeries, ultimately with both knees replaced, plenty of life experience and study into the latest research for knees, and I'm stronger and healthier than I've ever been. I want to help you get there too. I share these lessons with you that will change your knees and probably change your life to give you the strength, stamina, and stability to get back to doing the things that you love. If you suffer from knee pain or want to avoid it altogether, you are in the right place, friend. Let's get started. There are three things that I want to cover with setting your priorities. First is figuring out when you should say yes and when you should say no. Then the second is why setting priorities may actually simplify your day. And the third, I'll help you figure out a way so that you can examine what is important in your life and actually set the priorities that are meaningful to you. One of the mistakes about priorities that I often see people make, including me, is that I said I had certain priorities, but I didn't actually act on those priorities. So you might say, my family, my work, my health are my priority. But is that how you are scheduling your day to support those priorities? Okay, so we'll examine that a little bit more. And then also, maybe you don't have any priorities or goals at all. You're just kind of floating along, and that's pretty fun sometimes. But it's like having the right kind of roadmap. If you know where you want to go, you can plan out the best way to get there. And then when you create that plan, you know how easy it is to say yes to the things that will help you on that path to that plan and no to the things that will detract you from that plan. I have been in the health and fitness business for over 20 years. And one of the excuses that I hear from our clients is that they don't have enough time. And that's all it really is an excuse. Because when you make something your priority, then you always seem to find a way to make the time. You won't find the time. You need to create the time for the things that you want to do in life. Today's video is kind of like the ones we have inside of the Healthy Knees formula, in that every week we have a very short but meaningful mindset video. Because as you know, what you think is where you go. By being mindful of your own mindset, how you talk to yourself, how you think about the things that you're doing in life, that it really matters to your outcomes. And so I want to help you today with this priority setting video. Do you struggle sometimes to get things done? Do you feel like there's just not enough time in the day? Well, if you said yes to either of those questions, then you are definitely in the right place. Without clear priorities, it's hard to manage your own time. It's hard to know what to say yes to that will take you down the path to your goals, or what to say no to, because it might be something really fun, or it might be something that you'd be really good at, or it might be something that you feel like you should do. But sometimes saying yes to those things, that means you're saying no to something else. Remember that for every yes you make, you are saying no to something else in your life. So you have to weigh that out. What makes the most sense for you to say yes to? Of course, we all have the obligations that we must do in work and in family and in relationships. But there are many choices that you have where you can say yes to take on additional responsibilities, or no, that doesn't really fit in my life right now. Next, let's talk about how to go about setting priorities if it's something that you've never given much thought to. There are 3 general categories in life. So you'll want to get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write these down. The first category is work, business, volunteer. So in that one category, I want you to write down all the things that you do and all the things that you'd like to do. So 2 columns, the things that you currently do, the things that you'd like to do. Next category is self-care, personal growth, and spirituality. So on your paper, you'll write down all the things you currently do for self-care, self-growth, spirituality, and all the things that you'd like to do for self-care, self-growth, spirituality. And then the third category is family, friends, and relationships. So again, write down in one column all the things you currently do for family, friends, and relationships, all the things that you'd like to do for family, friends, and relationships. Now, of course, you can add other categories in there as well, but those are kind of the big 3 for me. And I like to include one that's adventure and fun as well. So you can have 4 categories. So once you've written down the categories and identified what you currently do and what you want to do, then take all of those things and figure out the top 3. What are the top 3 things that you really want to or need to do for each category? You can make a longer list than the top 3, but the top 3 is a good way to start, because those 3 will then make your priority for how you want to allocate your time. When someone then asks you later on, can you volunteer for this great new organization, you can weigh it out. Does it fit one of those priorities or does it not? If it does not, then you can say, thank you so very much for asking me, I'm honored, but that is not one of my priorities at this time. So then you can take your priorities and figure out how you can schedule your week, your month, your year, your day. And when you take away the decisions you have to make, let's say if health and you're taking care of your knees is one of your priorities, which I hope it is, then to take care of your knees, you need to exercise 2 to 3 times a week when you're getting started. And to do that, schedule your time to exercise on those 2 to 3 days a week. So it takes away the work of deciding when you're going to do the thing. You'll pack up your bag the night before, you'll be ready to exercise the next day, and you won't have to decide, should I or shouldn't I? Because you've already made that decision based on your priorities. Now, if you have a big goal that you're trying to reach, whether it's reducing your knee pain so you can go on a walking or hiking trip of the lifetime, or it's shedding a few pounds to reduce your knee pain and relieve that stress, then you want to include that somewhere in your priorities and figure out the steps along the way to get there. I am here to help you with that. We lay it all out for you within the Healthy Knees formula. You've got a program that you don't even have to worry about what to do, because we show you exactly what to do and we guide you with how often to do it. So if you want an easy way to get started in your knee care, then I really encourage you to sign up for the Healthy Knees formula. Or I have 3 books out there as well that can help guide you as well. There's Healthy Knee Strength, Healthy Knee Cycling, and Healthy Knees Total Knee Replacement. I'll put the links to all of those things in the show notes below. And I hope this was a little bit of a support, little bit of motivation for you to set those priorities for yourself and then begin to act on them. Make them who you are and not just lip service. All right, I love our time together. I'm so happy to be here with you. Please subscribe to the video series below so you don't miss out on a thing for you and your knees. I'm wishing you healthy and happy knees, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.